The following video discusses the DoForms report builder and how to use it to consolidate information from multiple submissions of the same form. As you can see on my screen here, I have up a daily timesheet in which a supervisor would log in and fill out the clock in, clock out, and durations of each employee on that job site. The DoForms report builder would allow this company to create a daily, a weekly, or a monthly report that summarizes all of the employees' clock in and clock out times for the time period that they had selected. That report can then be emailed to them on a daily, weekly, or monthly schedule and can also be highly customized. As you can see here, I'm in the build report screen, and I've already set up a report to run on this timesheet form that we were just looking at. Basically, all that you would need to do is come in, select your project, select your form, and select the different input fields that you'd like to include in this report. DoForms reports are also highly customizable in that you can have custom report headers and report footers. You can control how the information is grouped in the report, and you can also throw in filters that limits the amount of information that makes it into a report. Once you've configured your report and you get to the email schedule piece, you can select a non-recurring report that runs once, or you can have recurring reports that run daily, weekly, or monthly, and you can choose the date and the time in which you want these reports to start running. I've run two reports here to show you an example of the timesheet that we were just looking at, and if we had run a monthly report on all of the jobs they'd done in that month, as well as all the employees' clock in and clock out times. As you can see here, I have it listed out as employee, the clock in time and the clock out time, as well as the duration. At the bottom of the duration, you can do things such as sum up the total duration for every employee for that date. So if I scroll down here, you'll start to notice as the date has changed, it groups the information underneath each date that has changed. So as you can also see up here, the duration is being totaled up at the bottom, and you can use these totals or counters on any numeric field that was in your form. I could also have gotten this report in an Excel format, like you see here, which looks exactly like the PDF document, except it comes in Excel. One benefit to using the Excel report is when you're setting up your email schedule, there's also a concept of a column layout. This column layout is good for when you want to not have a structured report, but you just want a dump of all the information into Excel. Once you have that dump in Excel, you can then do things like add in macros or scripts that run when the report is actually opened. An example of this would be the DoForms OSHA reporting tool. This is a form that was created in DoForms that basically collects information, and at the end of the month or at the end of the year, they run a report that goes into this format. So this report was using the column format, which dumped all the information to a sheet, and then a macro was put in to make sure the information fit into the already specified template. As you can see on both tabs here, there's a bunch of calculations and different things pointing to different areas of different sheets. Essentially, once you have the information dumped into Excel, you can use any one of Excel's functionalities, just pivot tables, macros, or scripts, to manipulate the data into already created templates or to create new templates going forward. The DoForms report writer does use a credit each time that you run a report, but you can send that report to as many people as you want. So if you had a scheduled report that's sent to 15 people on a weekly basis, you would need 52 credits to complete that report for the entire year. Our credits can be purchased through your My Account tab of the DoForms portal.